It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 5 of Fear the Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be looking at a new theory that's going around. The theory is that they are foreshadowing Dwight's death on Fear the Walking Dead. So, in the last episode of Fear the Walking Dead, Season 5, Episode 10, they really concentrated on Dwight, and Dwight had a big moment. It was his moment to shine, like it was sort of his episode in a way. So in this episode, they did a lot in kind of revisiting the past a little bit and making us look at who Dwight was and what he had turned into. And if you think about it, they made things go full circle because his past kind of came back around, and what he had to do to a stranger was to treat him the same way that he was treated in the past. So I'm going to be a little bit more specific. So of course, before he left The Walking Dead, what happened is Daryl spared his life and basically forgave him in a way and let him go. So Daryl gave him a second chance, and Daryl basically was the reason why Dwight is still alive in a way. Now Dwight took that to heart because what we see is he's doing the exact same thing to one of Logan's guys. So he actually came out and said, someone once gave me a second chance, I'm doing the same for you. So he let the guy go. Now we don't necessarily know if the guy's gonna turn out bad or for the better like Dwight, but what we do know is that they really focused on how Dwight used to be an asshole and how he's not anymore, and he's changed, and he's basically made it his mission to not be that person anymore. So that's very interesting. If you think about it, Dwight's story is in a way complete because everything has come full circle. He started being Negan's right-hand man to helping the survivors, double-crossing the saviors, and helping defeat Negan and the saviors. And then going into Fear the Walking Dead, he's in a position where he could do to a complete stranger what Daryl did to him. Now, in Daryl's case, he knew Dwight, more or less, or he had a gut feeling about who Dwight really was as a person. But in this case, I feel like Dwight may have overdone it, and he didn't really know the guy enough to just let him go, to forgive him. So it might come back to bite him in the ass, but I think, just for the sake of this video, it's very important to notice that everything has come full circle with Dwight. It's got to a point where Dwight, like I said, helps someone he barely knows and trusts that they're gonna make the right decision. Something that he definitely didn't do in the past. He couldn't get himself to trust anyone. So that's very interesting. And it's also very interesting because we can actually see how much Dwight has really changed, because back in the day when he was with Negan and the Saviors, I remember how he killed Gordon, was it? One of Negan's guys, because he ran away and wanted to be free. Remember, he killed him, brought him back, put him up against the fence. So he went from being this cold-hearted person to not being that person anymore. And another thing that comes into play is during one of the final moments or scenes from the last episode, we have Danny Salazar cutting Dwight's hair, which is a symbol of Dwight changing. This is a new life for Dwight. He is no longer the same Dwight. This is a transition for Dwight's character, not only physically, but also as a character and what he's going to do in the future. So that's very interesting. In that scene, when he's clean shaven and when his hair is shorter, we see a reflection of Dwight on two different mirrors. And if you think about it, for Dwight in that episode, they've been really focusing how he used to be an asshole and how he's not anymore, right? So now his face is in two different mirrors, or his reflection is in two places. So that could be looked at as Dwight in the past and Dwight in the future. So that's another kind of layer to things that are foreshadowing Dwight's story coming to an end. Now, does it make sense to cross Dwight over to Fear the Walking Dead and kill him right away in that season? Not really. But at the same time, if they don't do this, what else can they do with Dwight? Where can his story really go from here? Now, I think there's definitely a lot of stuff they could do with Dwight, but it will involve Dwight evolving and not being the same character again. And what I mean by that is we don't want to see Dwight that's giving everyone a chance and helping everyone. We want to see different layers of Dwight, different pieces of Dwight's character, and how his past experiences shapes who he is. So if they don't go that route, if they stick to Dwight just being a good guy now, then there's really no other place his story can go. But if they shake things up a little bit and show us the multi-dimensions of Dwight's character and the layers of his character, that's what's going to be interesting. That's going to make his character interesting even now that his story has come to an end, more or less. So as far as I'm concerned, these are hints or clues that Dwight's story might be coming to an end, and it might be foreshadowing his death, but I just hope that they have something better planned for Dwight than just bring him over, make his story go full circle, and then kill him. I hope they have something better planned than that. I hope the writers are not as incompetent as that, even though sometimes it seems like they are. But I want to know everyone's opinions about this theory. Do you think they are foreshadowing Dwight's death? And do you think we will see Dwight die this season or next season on Fear the Walking Dead? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video. If you like what you see, press like, subscribe for more content, and press the bell button to receive notifications for daily uploads.